Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're not just going to be diving into grammar. Nope, we are taking a trip through time itself, using this incredible machine that's built right into the English language. So let's jump in.
Really think about it. When you're telling a story, how do you let people know if it happened yesterday, or if it's happening right now, or maybe it's going to happen tomorrow? How do you put everything in just the right order?
Well, that's exactly where tenses come in. They're basically the controls on our language's time machine. They let us pinpoint any action with amazing precision, whether it's in the past, the present, or the future. And today, you're going to learn how to pilot this machine like an absolute pro. All right, so our first stop on this journey is right here, in the now, the present. And really getting a handle on the present is, well, it's absolutely crucial. Because the patterns we learn right here, they're going to repeat themselves as we travel to the past and the future. Okay, first up, we've got the simple present. We use this for stuff that's just, well, true. Things that happen regularly, daily habits, or even scientific facts. Think the sun rises in the east, or like we see here, she writes a letter. It just describes a normal, regular action. But what if something's happening right this second? Well, that's when we need the present continuous. And the magic ingredient here? It's that little ing at the end of the verb. That's your big clue that something is in progress as we speak. She is writing a letter. It's happening now.
Okay, this is where it starts to get really interesting. The present perfect is like a bridge between the past and the present. You use it for an action that started in the past and has just wrapped up, but the result of that action really matters now. She has written a letter, which means, hey, the letter is finished and it's ready to go. So what if that action that started in the past isn't finished yet? For that, we've got the present perfect continuous. This one really puts the spotlight on the fact that an action started way back when and is still happening. She has been writing a letter, and nope, she's not done. The whole point here is to emphasize the duration.
All right, buckle up. We're firing up that time machine and heading back. In this next part, we're going to look at how to talk about all the things that are already done and dusted. So as you can see on our timeline here, we're now looking at everything that happened before this very moment. This is the realm of memory, of history, and of stories that have already been told. So the go-to, the most common way to talk about the past, is the simple past. It's for actions that are totally done, finished. The story's over. She wrote a letter. It happened, and that's that. And it's not just for one-off events. This also shows another really important use, talking about past habits. The simple past can describe something you did over and over again, but don't do anymore. I played football when I was a child, tells us all about a routine from long ago. Now pay attention, because this is a spot where a lot of people get tripped up. The big difference really just boils down to one thing: connection to the present. Simple past is totally disconnected from now. It's over. But the present perfect, that tells you a past action has a result that's important right now. It's a small difference, but it changes everything. Let's paint a picture in the past. The past continuous is perfect for that. It describes something that was in progress, that was happening, usually when something else came along and interrupted it. Think of it like this. She was writing a letter when the phone rang. See? It sets the background scene for the main event. But what if you have two things that happened in the past and you need to be super clear about which one happened first? That's where you use the past perfect. I like to call it the past of the past. It's a lifesaver. She had written the letter before she mailed it. Simple as that. Yeah, this is a dramatic example, but it makes the point perfectly. The sequence of events is crystal clear. There's no confusion. The patient's death happened first. Then the doctor arrived. The past perfect makes that order impossible to mistake. Okay, so building on that idea, the past perfect continuous is all about the duration of an action that was happening before another past event. She had been writing a letter for 2 hours before the power went out. So you're not just saying what was happening, you're telling us for how long it had been happening. Okay, time to jump forward. Our final stop is the future, where we're going to talk about all the things that haven't even happened yet. And just like that, we've leaped over the now and landed in the future. Everything from this point on our timeline is the world of plans, of predictions, and of all the possibilities that lie ahead. The simplest, most straightforward way to talk about the future? That's the simple future. It's a direct statement about what's going to happen. She will write a letter. Now, you might see shall sometimes, but honestly, in day-to-day English, will is what you'll hear and use pretty much all the time. So what this tense does is it lets you picture yourself right in the middle of an action at some point in the future. At 8 p.m. tonight, she will be writing a letter. We're not focused on the start or the finish, but on what will be in progress at that exact future moment. Think of the future perfect as your deadline tense. It's all about an action that will be completed by a specific time in the future. So with our example, they will have shifted the house by Sunday morning. The key thing is the action of shifting will be done and dusted before that Sunday deadline hits. And here we are, our final tense. The future perfect continuous is all about emphasizing how long an action will have been going on by a certain future time. By next week, she will have been writing that letter for a month. It's all about focusing on that duration. You know, when you see all 12 tenses laid out like this, side by side, it suddenly clicks, doesn't it? You can see the patterns so clearly. See how simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous all have a similar logic across the past, present, and future. This right here, this is the master control panel for your time machine. So there you have it. We've gone from the past, all the way through the present, and even peeked into the future. You've got the controls. You can navigate the entire timeline with precision. So the only question left is, what story are you going to tell?